Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a coffee talk. Welcome back. It is, what is today? It's the last day, Pilgrim, of 2023. This is it.
Scary, isn't it? If you
Yeah.
think back, you think
Yep.
that's 2023. It's what is it next year then?
2025.
20, right, there you go.
No?
Still drinking tea then?
Too much arty yesterday.
Yeah, far too much arty. I've gone brain dead now.
Yeah. We're in the bar today instead of the coffee shop.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen that before.
Yeah,
That's
we're getting
cool,
ready.
isn't it?
Getting ready for New Year's.
Get the
This is-
festivities tonight.
This is AI generated.
Is it?
Yeah.
That is cool. I like that.
Yes, our new digital masters. Good morning, Wayne Stickler. And why does, for some reason, why do you have two different colors of name?
I don't know.
What is up with that?
Is there more than one of me?
Well, I don't know. When I look in the chat,
Yeah.
Stickler's green, Wayne's orange. You're like a purpley pinky
Purple-
thing, but there's two
purpley
different
pink.
colors of it.
Oh, I know what it is because I did the watch streak thing. Reached.
Oh right.
That's that. And then
That's
the
right.
normal chat is green, isn't it?
Yeah, it sort of shaded the first one in a slightly
Yeah.
different color with the little pop out or whatever. All right.
That's weird.
Any resolutions this year, Pilgrim?
Resolutions. Do
Yeah.
you know what? I've not even thought about them, to be honest. I don't drink and I don't smoke, so I can't do those.
Yeah.
Probably lose weight and get fitter.
Okay.
I think to try and survive as long as I can before I pop the clogs, I need to probably lose a bit of weight and get on the treadmill a little bit. So yeah, maybe that, the standard get fit, lose weight.
That was kind of mine
Which won't
last
happen.
year. That was kind of
What do
mine
you do?
last. Well, that was kind of mine last year. It was about 250
Right.
at the end of Christmas. 250 pounds,
Right.
which is pretty
Yeah, like
pretty
me.
heavy. And so I wanted to lose. The goal was to lose 20 pounds to get to 230,
Good one.
and I lost.
Because you're quite tall anyway, aren't you? So you can
I'm
carry,
only
you can carry some.
I'm only 6'1". 250 is like.
Yeah,
50.
but I'm only 5'4".
Yeah, 250 is a lot. But I got down to, I touched 230, and then I kind of leveled out and stayed at 235. So I got a good 10, 15 pounds. Because I think the 250 was some Christmas weight.
All right. And,
So-
I think the bigger important thing about that is not so much the weight loss, but your fitness. You can be a big lad and still be fit.
Well, I'm sort of fat fit for a 56-year-old, which is.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
So I did the walk-in with the dog. I did my sips and
Yeah.
push-ups, and I kept it on an Excel spreadsheet of all things. And I made it. I got through 12 months of averaging 80 push-ups and 80 sit-ups a day
Cool.
for all the way through. So I have the data. I actually did it. Kept it all.
Yeah.
So I was doing 100, so I'd have some extra because sometimes some days I just didn't get to it or
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
feeling it or whatever.
Yeah.
But so the goal was 80. I did 100, and all the
Yeah.
months I made the goal.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is good.
Yeah,
That's
it's
good.
like-
Did this Christmas then ruin it?
Yes, because now I'm back to 240.
That's exactly what I had. I had to let a notch on the belt go out at least twice this Christmas.
Well,
It's like,
so I mean, it's a from December 31st to December 31st, it's a 10-pound loss sustained over a year, and I think it's really 15. So anyway, this year is looking to get to the 225 piece. So again, another like 15
Alright.
pounds. And to kick it off, I'm doing a dry January.
no way. You're not
Yeah.
even going to have a beer.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is it. Tonight we have a party at the house every New Year's
And
Eve.
then that's it.
Yep. And hopefully by 12:30 everyone's out of my house and I can crawl into bed.
By 12:30. Yeah. Yeah.
No, actually that's kind of the rule. It's the unspoken rule at our party over the years as we got older. It's like hang out, do the ball drop. We actually do it twice here because we're right at Central, right at the
Oh,
border
got ya.
between
Yeah,
Central and I guess it doesn't really matter because it's an hour away. But I think most people in America did it. They watch the New York one,
Yes.
depending on where
yeah.
they live, because that's the big ball
Yeah, yeah.
drop. in the
That's
first,
Times Square.
Yeah,
everything,
Times
yeah,
Square.
yeah.
And then they hit their own, or maybe some people just say screw it and go to bed at that point. But we wait till ours. We wait till ours, which is an hour later.
Yeah.
And,
Which is fair enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you can actually watch the Australians have their New Year about 3 years before New Year's Eve. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're in their own time zone, aren't the Australians?
It's already happened, right?
Yeah, I think it's already begun.
Or is it
they're already
soonly?
asleep.
If it's not already, it's soonly. It's like noon or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So cool. Are you guys going to do something, or just have a little
I
quiet
think,
time?
Yeah, we're going to have we'll open the back door, open the front door. I don't know if that's a tradition in your house, but you let the old New Year,
right.
you let the New Year in, but we don't involve anybody, and that's just me and the house general. I get the back door, she gets the front door.
Nice.
So 2, 3, 2, 1, open.
Who won the Artie Showdown? I think everyone won because it was pretty funny. I do believe my team did not win very many of them. I feel like...
Well, I think you were at a disadvantage. You had one less player most of the
couple times, yeah.
Yeah.
And me, because I didn't... I just sort of did stupid things.
I think the mouse won. I think the mouse...
The mouse was...
I think,
no, the mouse got tackled.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
It felt a little bit sinister towards the end because it felt almost like I was getting gang tagged.
Yeah, like you were on the Serengeti and it was just the hyenas were
a bunch of hyenas in artillery. So yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that. And it's amazing how quickly 3,000 hit points disappear because there was some big hitters, especially the TD, that Conqueror TD that was walking around with Love Conquers.
Yeah, Love Conquers TD. So the story on that, guys, we're on Proc, and he's driving the Conqueror GC. We got to the point where the rule was any Artie you wanted. We were going to do tiers and all this stuff, and some people didn't have high tiers, so I said, it doesn't really matter, man. Pick whatever Artie you want from tier 5 and up. Actually, any. Somebody was using a Sexton 3 at one point.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter. Do your thing. And then the bigger maps we had a scout. The smaller ones we didn't bother with the scout. Because there was some advantage to doing the M44. It still has enough beef to pen and kill a bigger Artie.
And it
reloads faster and it's quick.
Yeah.
So everyone's kind of running different things. So Love Conquerors all gets. I believe that's who it was.
It was.
Who is that though? Oh my gosh, what's their name in Twitch? It's or clan name.
Oh, that's that's Raxter, isn't it?
I believe it's Raxter. Right, I think it is Raxter.
Yeah.
So Raxter is running the Conqueror. If I'm wrong and I'm getting the wrong person, somebody correct me. But he's driving this thing slowly across Proc, but he's shotgunning things. He's just absolutely annihilating people, like it's nobody's business. And I said something about Stickler wasn't playing. I'm sorry, it wasn't Stickler.
Raxter. No. I know his name. I know his clan name. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll dig it out. Yeah.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. He stops, and so I know he's typing, right? So he stops and he's typing. And he goes, "Oh, I played for a long time with Artie like a TD." Or something to that effect, which didn't quite explain everything. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? So I'm talking to stream. So wait a minute, what do you mean you played like a TD for long? He's like, well, I didn't know it had a top-down view for a year.
Yeah, just think, how frustrating must that have been to be trundling around the map thinking this is probably the worst TD in the game, but I'll persevere with it because it's a big hitter.
So I'm impressed by two things with that. The first one is, that part and the perseverance of sticking with the game when you're doing that.
Yeah.
And second, the very strange fact that he was actually training for that event for a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was.
That is just.
He
If
was.
you apply that.
He was
you apply
secret. Go ahead.
If you apply that in life, he'd be a billionaire now, wouldn't he?
Oh man, he was actually the best player there.
Yeah.
The best all Artie shenanigans player, based on his training regimen of driving Artie with no Artie look for a year.
he must have looked at the shell changes and everything, thinking, "Oh, they've nerfed me TD again." God, that is awesome. That is so good.
But he was just absolutely destroying people. There were some great shots, man. People moving shots and snapshots and.
Well, that proc one, he not the one the way you killed me, but he was it proc or Malanovka? He snapshotted me on the move.
Yeah.
On the move.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going left to right. I was actually wiggling like this.
Yeah.
And he just went and carried on moving. I was like, how did he do that?
There was the other Malanovka game. Whoever was in that GW Panther or whatever it was, that they must have shot at him 20 times. Remember when he was just running around? The scout was on his side, so it took a while for the scout to get turned back over.
Yeah, that was,
and he was running through the field, and there's shots coming in from every direction, just almost everything missing.
Where you go up the hill with the windmill. That was that map. That was that man. That was fun, that one, actually, because he kept thinking, "Help me, I'm on my side." And I think Kedge or somebody went over and helped him.
Yeah.
I think everybody else was just. And I got one shotted by something. I can't remember what it was. GW Tiger was the one that got me. Oh, that was so much fun.
So it was good. It was good. We'll do something like that again in the next month or so, something like that. All right, cool. Let's see. Channel news. What we got? I finished the Chieftain P.
Nice. I like that tank, actually.
The less said about that, the better.
43%,
Pilgrim.
Right. Well, yeah, that's on par for what I've got for it, but that's
I'll tell you what.
Struggle, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I have dropped 3 or 4 of the tier 9s under 50% in the last few 100 battle challenges. Like the MX30B is under. What else? We got the UDES 16 is under. That's 2. I must have 5 or 6 now. We've got the TL7 at 35. That's the undisputed.
That's horrible. I hate
That's
that
the undisputed
tank.
champion of terrible results after 100 battles.
It's like running around like in an arty using it as a TD, isn't it?
I didn't realize I got a light tank under 48. These are all recent too, so the struggles are real, fellas. 260s at 47%. Wow.
But how many battles away from the 50% do you think you are in each one? I mean, it's all right saying below say 48%, but it could be that you've had a run of bad battles.
Yeah, that's all like 5 or 6. Until you get to the low 40s, it's 5 or 6. You get to or mid 40s, it's 5 or 6. The low 40s, it's more like 10, which is a lot. Yeah. Like the Chieftain P is 43, so it's and I have 4 draws in the thing. Like draws are crazy. I have a lot of draws.
That is so annoying because it's actually not. You can have a really good game and it draws, and you're like, this is ridiculous because for whatever reason the last tank on each side can't find each other and deal with it. That is just so annoying.
What's interesting about it, I might have talked about it on the stream a little bit, but not really looked at the numbers. But here they are. So the Conqueror and the Chieftain P, both tier 9s, have 375 battles in the Conqueror at a 57% win rate, but quite a bit more experience. By 80 or so. Well, that's not true. It's more like 40. But these are all numbers from the meta years ago.
Yes. Yeah. So there is a difference then.
Yeah. So if you look at the numbers we've got with the Conqueror, which has a 57% win rate in 300 battles, have 2,229 DPG.
Yeah.
Chieftain's lower, but only by 50. Excuse me.
But it's made a huge impact on it.
And we've got a 1.38 damage ratio with the Conqueror, 2.03 destruction with the Conqueror, and we're looking at 138 and 155, so destruction's a bit lower. Armor use is almost exactly the same at 44 and 47. So these numbers are all, other than the win rate, these numbers are all very similar numbers, but different game period, right? Different meta.
Yeah.
Playing better earlier in the crib, but now struggling, man, with tier 9s and stuff. Crazy.
I think also you've got to take into account that the player base has matured into that tier because when we first started, I mean top tier was tier 7 anyway, but the players now that are playing tier 9 have come through 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years of playing.
Yeah.
So you've got maturity coming through. So you've got better, dare I say it, better players at tier 9 or more experienced players at tier 9 these days than you used to have.
That may have a lot to do with it because there's a lot of I don't know, the meta is just so stagnated, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
crazy. I'm struggling with a lot of the tanks now, to be honest. So I think I'm just going to become an arty player now.
Get a Conqueror CT and be a TD player.
Yeah. I think I'll just switch out so I can chill out and drink my coffee and not worry about it.
Just have one foot up on the desk and just glance over occasionally and click your button.
Yep. Yep.
The arty game you had before the shenanigans last night was quite amusing because you got counter arty, didn't you?
Yeah.
And I thought, well, that's good because you had actually moved. So what that says to me is that the counter arty player actually aimed at the wrong spot.
Well, I don't know if I moved enough. I'm wondering if the shot actually missed so far that it actually got... Because I only scooted a little over, and that's one of the problems. If you don't move enough, sometimes you're still in the frag pattern, and if he gets lucky on one way or the other that you moved, you might get hit.
You might get hit. Because it didn't kill you, did it? It just took a lot off you.
Yeah, about 4/5, I'd say, or more.
Yeah.
So still kind of in the slump area, but a little bit of improvement, but I wouldn't say that it's great. I don't know what it is, man. I think it's getting a little bit older. Meta is such that it's not my kind of meta. The whole hold down thing is not my thing. So the aggressive play style doesn't work very well with it.
Yeah.
Christmas has been kind of chaotic this year, to be honest. And I don't think I practice as much as I used to be honest.
Oh, I've stopped doing 30 battles at a session these days. That's a big part of it. You know, if I'm lucky, I'll do 5, 6, maybe 10 battles in a session, and I call it a day. Whereas I used to push out 30, 35, even 40. You know, and that's a long session. But I could do that on a regular basis. Now I'm not doing that anymore because I get to a point where I'm going, well, that's enough. That's enough. Just go and do something else. You know?
But I still play way more than most people, but not nearly as much as I was. And I'm also playing. I play a lot of bad tanks. if I'm doing 100 battle, I mean, I play.
That's a 100 battle challenge for you.
I play a lot of bad tanks. Now, that's not making an excuse because I used to be able to get pretty good results out of the bad tanks.
Yeah,
it's reasonable, but I'll tell you what, I keep coming in under 50% on these things. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So we'll just keep working on it. We'll see what happens. Let's see anything else in channel news. Oh, I bought. I got a video coming out on it, but I bought some. I don't know what clamps and things for my DCS setup. You know,
did you?
Because I have to put the stick and throttle up on the desk, and now because the two I bought are so big, it's almost like I'm kind of doing this.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
So I wanted to get them down lower, kind of like you're in a cockpit. So they've got these clamps that clamp onto the table, and then they hold the stuff. I might be able to pull.
Which ones did you buy? Which you've got a new joystick now, not joystick. Oh, there you go. Oh wow.
Yeah, so that's quite the rig, right? I mean.
Yeah.
That's the clamp, and this is the wind wing. It's
that's the new throttle. Yeah, is that clamped to the desk then?
Yes.
And that gives you sort of the similar sort of feel as you would in a real cockpit.
It's pretty darn good.
Oh, that's cool.
Not working spec.
So you've got a throttle one as well. So that's
I do.
Right. Okay. So your left hand is throttle and your right hand is
right.
Yeah.
And I won't pick up the throttle. It's actually bigger, if you can believe it.
Right.
Now I have a video coming out for you guys, but I'll give you a little preview because the box comes. It's sitting on my porch. It's pretty heavy, but when I pick it up, it's just going.
Oh.
So the sound of screws and nuts and bolts and hardware loose in the box, right?
Oh no, you don't need that.
Like everywhere. I mean, the whole thing is clickety clankety. It's like what? So I open up the box, and in that box is another box.
Right.
With a little, you know how Amazon throws in like one piece of packing, like one of those little air guys. They just put one in.
Yeah.
It's doing nothing, but it's in there. They toss one in.
Well, it's a token gesture, isn't it?
Right. Absolutely. So there's another box, and a couple pieces of hardware are floating around in the bigger box because the other one's kind of chewed up. I'm like, okay. Pull that out. Open that one up. In that one is a box I can only assume came through World War II.
Completely mangled.
It survived,
Good old Amazon.
but only just. And inside the second box, where the third box that came through World War II was, lots of the hardware and pieces and bolts and stuff that are floating around in it. So then I open up the other one, which I'm not even sure was taped closed, to be honest. All of the pieces, parts are in there. But curiously,
Did you record this? Did you get your phone?
I didn't record the initial opening, but I do have. I kind of left it. I messed around with one of them, started putting it together. I said, you know, I'm going to do kind of a video, so it's coming. I'll get that out. I have the recordings of it already. But the two main parts with the clamp, it should have all been in separate pieces, but they were put together.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you got somebody's rejected return?
1,000,000,100%. Because they're scratched, they're beat up, there's burrs in them where they've been clamped down. And what's funny about it is, I actually got about 1 1/3 of a kit because I have extra. They tossed in a couple extra base pieces. I'm not even sure all the hardware goes to this thing because some of it I can't identify. The instructions show the different things that are supposed to come in the kit, but don't give you a number, a quantity. They don't give you a quantity.
Right, okay.
They're numbered, but
like
it doesn't say.
This, 3 of that,
Right. So I'm not even. What I do know is I do not have the correct amount of the very very short screws for clamping all the main pieces onto the rails. I'm short about 8 of those, so I've got to go try to find a couple of those. But I did a whole video.
Was there no thoughts about recording it, boxing it back up, and sending it with the recording back?
So this is
your backside.
I do discuss this in the video, and it's the same thing you and I have discussed. For me, at least in this case, it's all workable. I can make it work. It's too much ass pain to deal with them. So, but I will not be dealing with that company again. Kind of thing, right?
I bet you won't.
Yeah. And I'm doing this video, so, and I'll be writing them a nice review on Amazon. Sometimes on Amazon, it will tell you if it's used or not. I could not find that. So if it's there, maybe it's hidden. Maybe they've cleverly hidden it.
Oh, well, I mean that's bad advertising if that's the case. I mean, if it's used. It should be highlighted as such, and the price should reflect that it's used as well.
But I also looked at the reviews, and most are positive. I mean, it's a good piece of kit. It does what it says, and it's very robust, and in fact, it's extremely heavy. But
have you used it yet? Then have you?
I have, yeah. I just put it together finally yesterday and just played one.
So it works.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, all right.
Hey Todd.
What Todd?
Where was I going? Oh, so I'm going to write a review. One of the reviews said exactly my experience. Said he's like, I believe this is used.
Yeah.
That if it's used on Amazon, it should be like glaringly obvious.
Well, it should be. When you go to the pay page, it should say used item or something, so you know full well what you're paying for.
I think it's what we were talking about with the little packaging piece. It was just
chucked it all in.
Send that crap to that guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
here, give him a couple more base.
Florida.
Give him a couple more base pieces. One of them's actually bent. I just looked at it, and one of them's like actually bent. Like, oh man.
Well, that says to me somebody's tried to fit it to something and it's bent it.
Oh, I can tell. I look at it all. I can see where the screws were in. You know where the scratches are, where they had set it all up. Whoever was using it. So it's your Florida
zip code that does that because they think you're all retired down there, so they think you won't do anything about it. You know what I mean?
I mean, it may very well be. It said it was used on there, but I don't remember. I actually try to check that with a lot of this stuff because I've had that happen before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am slowly building a cockpit in the den, Gator.
Yeah.
I'll try to set it up and get a picture. My desk is too busy. I also got a set of messing with them right now. I got a set of rudder pedals.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you're gonna have it like a proper cockpit then?
Well, on the old throttle quadrant, it had a butterfly switch on the front of it that I could use. That was easy to use, and it was an axis setup, so it was easy to use for rudder. So I could throttle and just kind of touch that and be careful. And that's important for taxiing because you got to have some kind of way to turn the wheel.
Yeah.
Generally, that's attached to rudder controls in some way. Plus, the rudder when you're going down the taxiway and you start or down the runway and you start to pick up speed, the rudder becomes active, and now I can do my yaw control with the rudder. Well,
Yeah.
the new setup didn't have any elegant solution. There is you can put an extra piece for another $80 that lets you have a y-axis on the stick, but that's kind of wonky.
Yeah.
So I couldn't taxi. Like I had no real elegant way to do rudder, so I'm like whatever. So I went back online and I bought a Thrustmaster rudder set.
Cool.
So now I got everything. I got stick, throttle, rudder. I got everything.
But that will, I mean, that will talk to each other, won't it? So it'll be, or to the system, to the DCS. It'll all recognise.
Oh yeah, as soon as you start up DCS, it goes.
Doesn't
all
have
right.
to.
Yeah,
Right,
you got
okay,
the wind wing this, you got the wind wing
yeah.
this, you got the Thrustmaster this. Then you set up all the controls for whatever.
Because a few people use, you know, the helicopter sticks. They use the witch's hat on the helicopter to do that. You know, so it basically is just a thumb action on the stick, which is probably what you had before, something similar.
Well, you got the whole setup now. The guy, you can get the collective setup too. People have helicopter setup, so there's a collective and everything. Yeah.
Wow! Train yourself to be a pilot. That's awesome.
Yep.
Where do you put? You know, you're in the cockpit. Where do you put your packed lunch? Where do you put your sandwiches? Your butties? Do they go in a bag underneath your seat or something?
Fighter pilots don't carry their lunch.
You're not in the air long enough.
No, that's for fatty drivers.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What Low Blow used to do. He used
Yeah,
to take his packed lunch in the rucksack.
He can take his Chick-fil-A in there and reheat it in his microwave.
Well, you don't have a microphone in an F-15 cockpit then.
Actually, when we did long flights, when we called it rote, right on the Eagle, which is you're going from point A to point B to take the jet somewhere, and you take a refueler tanker with you, all that kind of crap.
Yeah.
You just stuck it in your helmet bag or a smaller bag, and there was on the Eagle there was a space right to the right. There were still some switches there, but there was a map case from the old days right there where you could put paper maps.
Right, okay.
You actually just stuffed it down between that and your seat, which is sort of dangerous because it could get caught up in ejections and shit. But there's no place to put it.
Flying out everywhere.
Yeah, so you put it there. You avoided putting. Was that the one? Yeah, I guess that's right. The G suit thing was it. You had to be careful though, because sometimes if that got on the G suit test switch, it'd blow up your G suit, which kind of sucked. So you just stuck in this. You try to as small as you can, and you stick it in the corner, basically.
But I guess. Well, yeah. I mean, there would be periods of flight where you're not active in doing anything, so you could have a quick munch if you were hungry.
Well, yeah. The more modern ones have actual autopilots where you tell it to go, it'll fly a route, but we had what's called attitude and altitude hold. And
so you could just hold steady, and then you could have a
right, and it would more or less go in the direction, but it didn't actually do any active attitude change. It's just the attitude you put it into. So you leveled off attitude, so it hold the altitude really good, but eventually it might start to turn or whatever. So you had to kind of pay attention. It started to drift a little bit, but that was enough to get your sandwich out and eat and whatever you want to do.
You'll be pleased to hear this. When I was a young lad. Now, this is something. I say young lad, but I mean, the F-15 Eagle's been around quite a few years now, hasn't it?
50 years, over 50, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember my very first Airfix model I made, aircraft, was an Eagle, because it was a big thing. The Eagle, you know, it was all the decals and everything else.
Yeah.
So I may well have built your plane. Or one of them.
Maybe, man.
I was like knee high to a grasshopper, and I got my first Airfix, with the cement in it and the decals and the paint and everything else, and it was an Eagle. And I was
nice.
Like, yeah, cool.
All right.
Where it is now.
Entertain the troops for a second. I got to go close the back door because I can feel that dogs
I'll
come back
entertain
in.
the troops for a second.
Right.
What I need to know from the troops then is some ideas for a mode that we can do like we did the artillery mode yesterday. Or last night. How about it's whatever you guys want to do. If you want to do something in the training room with a particular tank and everybody plays that particular tank, or some form of instead of picking a tank, pick a sort of a gameplay that you want to look at. anything like that, and we can put it together again, and we can do a couple of sessions like that. Yeah, everybody played the BZ176. Well, why not, Wayne? There'd be no winners in that game, would there? It is not working as intended. That is definitely a seal clubber. Yeah, blast away. Or we could do rocket ramming. So no firing of the guns, but just rocket rams to see who wins. Something like that. That'd be cool. Or anything. If you guys want to come up with an idea, M3 Lee battle, I'd love to do. Tell you what, I'd love to do. Remember the old map for the Tier 1, the toilet bowl, where you were both up on a hill with a village at the bottom. All looks are all ramming, and then you would run down the hill, both teams like that, into the village, into the middle, and there was some side shoots you could get. Mittengard, that was it, Cliffy. I would love that map to come back, or if it's still there, I would love it to do it for do a Tier 1 battle on that. That'd be cool. Yeah, tog races, that would be good. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, the BV, Cliffy. BV for T. You need one. You need a BV in all of your military. You don't have them, but the good old Brits do, of course. Yeah, Togfest. Never thought about that. Togfest on Mittengard, running around the village in the middle, going down the hill and running round. That would be cool. Tog races. Yeah, why not? That'd be cool.
All right, Pilgrims. Sorry about that.
We've got some. That's all right. We've got some cracking ideas coming out for the next trading room.
Oh, yeah?
Shenanigans. Tog races. Mittengard, Tier 1 Mittengard Fest of some sort. What else was there? Lux, an all ramming battle, M3 Lee battles. Yeah, we've got lots of. Wade said everybody play a BZ176. And I said, yeah, that's a good idea, but we'll just use rockets to ram, but not allowed to shoot.
That'd be really good if you had like unlimited rocket capability somehow.
Yeah.
But you'd be out of rockets after a while. All right, those are all great ideas. We'll do one of those. Awesome.
There we go, rocket boosting.
All right, cool. Let's see. That's it for channel news. You got anything else to throw in there?
I haven't, mate. No, it's been. I'll tell you one thing about this is this holiday ops. I've played both accounts, the EU and the NA account, and on the EU account, the player numbers haven't fluctuated from normal times, whereas the NA has gone up by at least 2,000-3,000.
Yeah.
Consistently. So I wonder if I know the EU is spaced over 3, so it's on average 130,000 players, but the one I play on, EU1, is generally around in the 50s, and it's not changed much over Christmas. So I'm just wondering what the attraction on the North American server is at Christmas.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody's on holiday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's definitely Christmas. It's interesting that it's not more in EU.
Not significantly. It's in the 50. The EU. I play on EU1, and it's generally between 52 and 57,000 all the time. It doesn't change much for Christmas.
Don't know. Unless it does change, but it's just not enough to see.
It's not noticeable. Yeah,
right.
2,000 or 3,000. Yeah. Spending money to fly people. Yeah, true. Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Yeah. True, Diablo. I suppose there's a lot of that.
Good players come back, get ready. There you go. Let's see. All the good players were here for Christmas, Diablo. Come on. I saw them every day. I saw them every day.
Oh man, every one of them. Red line clickers.
I saw some of the dangest things this Christmas. Unreal.
It's a bit fun, hasn't it? Yeah. I've seen a total team deployment to the valley, because that's now the new meta.
The things I've seen. Here's something. You want to see something cool?
Yeah, go on.
Look at this.
I'm not getting. I'll have to make it bigger.
Look at that.
Is that your favourite tank now? Is it?
I told you I'm an arty player.
Yeah, we know you are.
I told you. I have my improved vents, improved rammer. I really should switch this out and put it, because I think I have an improved GLD.
You should put a turbo on it.
No, I gotta have all the firepower. Then I'm using a directive, and then I've got food. Look at this. Look at this sweet beast.
Oh dear, oh dear.
This is dominate. This is a dominant. I don't know. Anyway, let's go on to missions and specials here.
There's been a poll suggested, by the way.
Okay.
Before you go there,
where
oh,
is
you're
it?
going there, right?
I am, but I
Poll
can
is
do.
from Todd. Best seal clubbing tank.
Okay. I have to relearn this every time. How do I do this? Chance. Oh, I got. Maybe it's over here. I don't remember. How does this work? Here it is. This is it. Manage poll. There we go. New poll. Best seal clubbing. But I have to have choices to give. What are the choices?
Well, it's got to be the one of them has to be the PZ. I can't remember what it's called now. The premium tank, the tier 3 premium tank that everybody seal clubs.
PZ2C or whatever.
Something like that. Yeah, yeah.
We need the choices. What are the choices for the best seal clubbing tank?
Todd, give us half a dozen choices.
PZ54, yeah, PZ54. There you go. Yep. BZ176. Even though that's a tier 8.
I think the T1
BTSV.
light.
BTSV. B2. All right. B2. We need one other. T6. Oh yeah, T67. Good call. T67. All right, here we go. Boom. Let's see here. I mean, there's a difference between best and most used. I'm going to go with what I think is the best, though. What happened there? Oh, I got to click vote. Never mind. There we go. All right. Whichever one us studs click battle with. That's right, Clippy. And it might be Love Conquers All in his Conquers CGC.
It might be, yeah. That would be actually that is a seal clubbing tank, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tier 10 seal clubber.
It was yesterday.
I'll have to get his clan name because I do know him. I've talked to him all the time. I can't think of his clan
I know.
name. Oh man, that's old age coming.
He was yesterday. It was yesterday.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I've had a sleep since then. Man,
Okay, fellas. If you're gonna buy boxes, you have till the 7th. Can you believe it? Christmas is almost already
it's
coming to a
crazy.
close,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, it's crazy. Although boxes will be available for what the next
To the
0
7th.
days?
To the
The
7th.
7th. Yeah.
A week. You got a week. I'm thinking
Yeah.
about buying one more set of 28.
Well, I was gonna say, why doesn't Wargaming now discount them like incredibly lots in the last week? You know,
Because
like
everyone would just
50%
wait.
discount.
People would just wait.
Well, yeah, I guess, but not tell anybody.
That's
discounted, but don't tell anybody.
That is not nearly. That's not nearly. I don't want to say the word greedy, but that's not nearly greedy enough.
I didn't think that one out, did I?
No, you're a very silly person.
Yeah, everybody like that. Nope, not buying boxes. Not until the 3rd
what?
of January. Not buying boxes.
What universe have you been hiding in?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I have 25 till the next automatic free tank.
Oh, now that's tempting.
See, that's what
That's
how
so
they
tempting.
get you. That's how they get you, Cody.
Yeah. Yeah,
I-
yeah. It's a
I
hook.
shouldn't even be thinking about that. So 28 times 250 is going to be. So I'm going to get 7,000 gold automatically, plus the extra
Right.
little bit on top. Plus I'll get one tank, which will be anywhere from 8 to 9 or 12 or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
15,000 for. I should expect maybe 20 grand out of it.
Yeah, you might get a tank you've already got, so you get the gold compensation, won't you?
So it should be well worth the 44. The problem is the big discount is at the higher numbers. That's where you really start to make your money.
Yeah.
28, I mean, it's discounted at 20%. You should generally get your money, but it's not a crazy good deal.
No.
Yeah, the
No.
Vinny missions are over, fellas. But let's go through all this here. So we've got obviously boxes. These are featured and exclusives. I think a lot of this is the Twitch stuff.
Yeah.
For me, so you may or may not see these things, but we've got the Sturb, the Scorpion, the Rev, the Type 62. Nothing real special here, to be honest.
Nope.
Super Pershing is out there as well. So it's all boxes until Christmas is over. Nothing really to say on the gold, nothing on the premium account, and vehicles is the same. So just not a whole lot going on here.
Wargaming did say, I've read somewhere this morning that they've got discounts coming, which should already be in effect for things like premium account and gold. Let me just see if I can dig it out. Pretty sure I've seen it. No, that's the wrong one. There we go. Yeah, get ready for 2024 with loads of discounts. The final weekend of 2023 is upon us. Finish off the year and greet the new one on a high note. Improve free XP to crew XP conversion, credit discounts on consumables, equipment, gold discounts on crew.
That's what Wayne was just saying. Yeah, it's the discounts and special missions. So, yeah, that was on my list, but there you go. Good call. 50% on equipment, 50% on consumables, and on training. So it's crew training and consumables in the same weekend, and it goes to the 3rd, I believe. Yes, January 3rd.
Yeah.
So I already grabbed a bunch of those. Remember, with the equipment and the consumables, not so much obviously the crew training because you can't sell that back, but you can sell those two things back when it's not a. Say you're like, oh, I want to save my money up for an auction or something. You can sell those back when they're not on sale for the same amount you bought them for on sale. So you're really just storing your credits in a different place.
Yeah.
So
that depends on you not using them.
True. Well, I mean, if you decide, if you decide I want to use the money and do something else with it, it's there. That's what I'm saying. It's not like you lost money on the situation.
No. But I forget. I do buy when they're discounted. I buy a whole ton of them, and then I forget to switch auto repair resupply off my tanks, so it just automatically fits them to my tanks. So wow, okay, I've spent that money. Can I ask a question? I'm on the EU site at the moment because I got my EU World of Tanks UI up, and I'm looking at the price of 28 boxes. 20% discount is $38.32, which is pounds. Mm-hmm. What is it in dollars, if you mind me asking?
It is $44.69.
$44. So if I go to the NA site on my account, what did you say?
$44.69.
See, it's $42.
Yeah.
And 32 cents for me.
They started doing that. Yeah, they started doing the regional pricing thing.
So it's cheaper for me to buy boxes in the NA than it is in the EU.
Well, I don't know what your conversion is.
Well, yeah, no, it's 38.32.
It's cheaper than me.
Yeah, it's cheaper than me as
by
a
$2 or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, buying it on my NA account.
Yeah.
Than it is for you. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Well, it must mean that there must be a favorable pounds to dollar rate for you now.
Yeah,
in general.
That's weird. Anyway, that's just a random question thrown out there. 28 boxes. I'm tempted though.
Oh yeah, deal.
Are you tempted?
Yes and no. Because I'm like, probably a good deal, but at the end of the day, do I care? I don't know.
Do you need it? That's what you've got to ask yourself, haven't you?
What does need have to do with it?
Yeah, you look at if you go to your garage and you look at your gold sat there and you go like.
Now I use my gold. I mean, I have 164,000. I'm not afraid to pull the trigger on it and use it if there's a tank that's being sold just to, because again, all this gold is basically given to me by Wargaming so I can do content, and that's the way I see it anyway. You know.
Yeah.
I did the content on the boxes. I helped them sell the boxes, to the one person who bought it because they saw me do it, or maybe 0 people, whatever. But theoretically that's the idea.
Yeah.
And then when I make content, if I need to change a crew around or buy something or do whatever with gold, I don't worry about it. Right? It doesn't bother me. If I get these boxes, then I'm spending my own money. But I have to look at it and go, do I really? That'll probably bring me up to about 184,000 gold or so.
Yeah, it's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, really, isn't it? So,
I might just for the giggles at
need.
the end, just to see if I can't
Just to see.
sneak 2 tanks out of it or whatever. Thing is, I have all the tanks too, so it's not like I'm looking for a tank either. It's just
Yeah.
gold, just gold.
Yeah,
All
maybe
right.
I should go to the SA. Okay, maybe I should go to the South American and buy stuff. Probably get it for like £3, $30 for everything.
I should go to the SA server and try to finish some of my missions. Maybe I'm good.
Yes.
Maybe I'm a good SA player, good South
There you
American
go.
player.
Yeah, that'd make me a unicorn in SA, wouldn't
Could be embarrassing if I'm also bad there.
it? Yeah.
That that might suck. Maybe that's under the heading of don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
No.
As long as you don't do it, you can say you are. You're like,
Yeah.
I'd be really good down in South America.
You should have to start an SA account. I guess that's right, but it isn't. The wargaming in their thinking has combined the NA and the SA together as a region.
Yeah.
Not that but that's all it's combined. It's not. You don't have any impact on each other, do you? As such.
I mean, the game never really took off down there, I would say.
No.
Yeah.
I
For whatever
I
reason.
think I've been on it twice. My ping to the SA is something like 230. So I get rubber banding all the time. There's no point going there. Just can't play it. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only been on a couple. I'm not even sure what mine is, to be honest. I've been on it a couple times, but all right. What else we got? We got tank discounts. We talked about that. Boxes. Watt monthly for January. I looked at it. I don't. Honestly, I'm not sure why we do Watt monthly, but there you go.
Yeah. It's lost its appeal now. It's become generic.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, hey, we're gonna do some Franco-German Friendship Day, and we got XP Fever discount. I guess that's useful if you're thinking about converting and all that. At least you get a general idea when it is, I suppose. If you're planning your game that way, then okay.
Yeah.
There's a clan showdown coming up on the weekend of the 27th and 28th. Twitch drops changing out on January 2nd. So, I don't know. There's nothing in here that I saw that was... Although Onslaught, is that not listed here? Why is Onslaught not listed? Second season. I don't see it on here. That's weird.
I'm just going to the new season of Onslaught. I'm just getting started.
There's no date on it.
No, there isn't.
It says coming in January. And then it's not on the calendar.
No, it's not, is it?
Okay. Same thing with Update 1231, though.
Hang on. Season of Crimson. Onslaught, Season of the Crimson Pegasus.
There's no date there.
Oh, it's not. No, it's not. Oh, hang
No.
on. Clan Showdown.
It's not there.
Playoffs.
It's not there.
It's not there.
No
Coming
date. There's
in
also no
January.
date for 1231. That's going to have, by the way, we'll look at this a little later. That's going to have the new Japanese tanks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They get more accurate the more you camp.
Yeah.
And they're good. And they're hold down tanks. Great.
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 Change of meta right across the game.
Great. Because that way you can have a super accurate pixel sniper when you go hold down and play peek at pixel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great
Let me,
fun.
let me go
Can't
hold
wait.
down. I'm going to go hold down and from 10 meters and play pick a pixel. Peek a pixel.
Yeah.
All right, so we got that stuff going on. What else we got? We got that's probably subjects du jour. We got the sale. I don't think there's anything.
No.
Nothing here in the missions. Let's see what we got. Approved by Vinny. Probably finished most of those. That goes to January 17th, though, so take a look at that. More than likely, you just played through that and got it done anyway.
Yeah.
This is the mission that just started. You can get a garage slot, some other little goodies. That's the weekend thing. Launch salute, tech tree, blah, blah, blah. And you should have a ton of times fives built up. I have 145
Yeah.
times fives.
Let me go and see if we can find them.
They are bitwise, but this one is super more accurate. And there's no indication other than if you're watching the dispersion circle get smaller. It was big as small.
Yeah.
And you have to guess. Just But you know, if you're just staring at your pixel, and
Yes.
your dispersion circle goes down with the standard
Yeah.
dispersion, and then you wait long enough, it goes smaller.
Yeah. Just at that point where it just drops that like tenth of a circumference. Yeah.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
crush.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a black hole, isn't it? Nothing gets out.
It gets bolder. Do the dashed ones get bolder, but you just can't see it?
Oh.
So there is a visual representation. Have you tested that, or is it just the solid one that works for it? I wonder if the dashed ones do get bolder, but it's hard to see.
See, you don't have to press X, though, do you? That's cool.
You do, Bitwise. My understanding is you press X as many times as possible, and the more you press X, the more accurate it gets.
I want a different key bind. I want Q. I want Q as a key bind. I hate X.
Poise99, thanks for the sub, much appreciated. 5 months, 1 month streak. Welcome, thanks, man, much appreciated. So I have 145 times 5s. How many do you guys have?
I can't check as I'm on my EU account at the moment.
You know,
It's got nothing.
You know what's better than that, though?
What's better than that?
You know what the best thing about this entire event has been?
It's nearly finished.
Oh, good call. No?
I don't know. Go on.
No.
What is the best thing about this event?
Let me find it.
Mr.
Give me a
Guido.
second. About to find. Can't sell that.
Oh.
Everyone, you guys know what I'm talking about. You know where I'm going with this.
The woof woof decals.
Woof, woof. Suckers.
I hate them. We've got thousands of them now.
I have-
Stuck there. Can't get rid of them. Can't delete them. Can't do anything with them.
I have 25, not a good boy,
Yeah.
but I have. Where's me woof woofs? Where's me woof woofs? 44 woof woofs. Yesterday was one of the few days I went 0 for 3. I got 0 woof woofs yesterday. I'm starting to get disappointed when I don't get 3 of 3 woof woofs now.
Are you? Are you starting
Yeah.
to feel it now? Are you?
Yeah.
You starting to feel like unloved and unwanted?
Yeah, yeah. So now it's become a mini game. There's now a mini game of I want more woof. I want to get screwed over more than everyone else. I want more woof woofs than anyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody was beating me in the forum. I haven't seen anybody that had more. And
No.
somebody was at like 49. They were 5 ahead of me, and that was very irritating.
I bet that is. I bet you went and kicked the desk, didn't you?
Yeah, because I want to be. What is the term for wanting to be more miserable than the other person? It's not. It's kind of like Schadenfreude, but not exactly Schadenfreude. I'm trying to think of the term where you just love being miserable. That's
Victor Meldrew.
what?
It's a Meldrew thing. Over here.
Meldrew.
You need to Google Victor Meldrew.
Particular stupidity. Watt player.
Yeah.
It is the woof woof debacle is I believe kind of a distillation of the World of Tanks. Not the world of the World of Tanks experience. Like you want it, you got to collect it all. You got to get it, but it's crap.
Yeah, even though you hate it, you don't want it.
Yeah,
It does nothing
but
for
you want more than the other guy. You want more of them.
Yeah. I want to be top dog on the forums. Yes. Woof woof.
I have more
Oh,
woof
man.
woofs.
Do you know when you scroll through these things? I've never scrolled through them as such. I'm on an EU account which has got 1,000 battles on it, and I have Cutie on board and keep your eyes on the mini map decals or whatever they are, inscriptions that I don't even know where they've come from. They've got some lady's face who I don't even know who that is with these things on. I mean, I've got stuff in there that I don't even know I had.
It's Carla.
You know what I mean? I don't know, mate. It's just like, what? Boom! She got another one. Boom!
Boom.
Boom! Yeah.
Yep. So
I
if
don't
you
know.
go to
I
if you
give
go over to the stupid dog, and we go find where is it? Come here, doggy.
Stupid dog.
This stupid dog. We go to the info thing here. Which one's the... Is this Woof Woof? Alright, so the Woof Woof is the one you spent silver on. And there's, there's only 4 things you can get. How long has this been going? What's the math on this? When did this start? Anybody know when this started? Because it's going to go to the 7th, I think. I wanted to say it was 49. There was 49 days of this, basically. December 1st.
December the 1st says Banzai.
31. I think it goes a little... When does this go to? I thought it was 49, but maybe I'm wrong on that. Where's the info on this? Here we go, about the event. There we go. December 1st to January... Okay, it is going to the 7th. So that's 31 plus 7, because the 8th doesn't count. 38, right? 38 days? Is that...
Yeah.
Is that correct?
And if you've spent gold on it as well.
And there's 4 things you can get from that bag. So it's 38 times 4.
Yeah.
Which equals 152. Although, at this point, the math's pretty easy. 38 days, and I have 44 decals. So I am averaging more than 1 a day.
Yeah. Yeah. To what effect? To what aim?
But
just to get them.
152 divided by 44 equals... no, I have to do a percentage. Math is hard. So, what is it, 39? 44... 39 percentage.
Three drops per bag, is it?
I am running... Oh no, I have to do 4. That's right, 39 times 4. Hold on. Math is hard. Math is hard. 39 times 4. There we go. It's 156. All right, so 156. So I've got 44 by 156%. That can't be right. 56%? I'm not running 56. What is... What?
What?
Stop it.
Who does the finances in your house? I hope it's the house general and not you.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
Oh dear. My pet budgerigard does our finances.
But it's like 30%. I'm running like 30%. Woof woofs.
Which is like 30%, but yeah, exactly. But why? Because is anybody going to sit down and apply those to every single tank they've got? So you've got 300 tanks. They've all got a woof woof decal on now, have they? Don't think so.
Somebody said a really true thing in chat on one of the streams. It would be nice if on these, what do they call them? The ones that are custom style? Preset styles. It'd be nice if on the presets you could put stuff on presets, but you can't.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't change them in any way, and you can't apply decals to 2D skins either. So they're pointless, aren't they?
Yeah, all the presets. You have to do custom, and all this paint that they put in, nobody even uses it.
No.
I forgot all about that. I see it every time I go here. I don't think about it. I'm like, because you can put purple paint. You can go.
I know. I do. All my artillery are painted ridiculous colours with stupid.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
All my artillery are painted silly colours like purple and got decals all over them because that's how I think of artillery. Fantasy, but that's about it.
But what about this?
I can't see it yet.
This mighty tank.
But I'm playing catch up. Oh, there you go. See, exactly. You can just make it look like Santa Claus coming.
That's America. That's America.
Oh, is it?
Actually, it's not. It's the boys, but it is red, white, and blue, I think. Is it the boys?
Well, you need to stick a couple of woof woof decals on it, I think.
I'm not sure what that is, to be honest. Yeah, that looks like the running guy on the... I think that's the boys. Oh, yeah, there's Noir. Black Noir right there, and there's...
Oh, look at you two marking an artillery piece. Well, there you go.
Oh, dominant. I'm dominant, man. I told you I'm an arty player now. I'm at 87.51 on my way to 3 marking, dude.
There you go.
What kind of noise does a train make? A low commotion.
Ah, dear, yeah.
Todd, I did not watch Gen V yet. That's on my list. Haven't got to it yet. Kedge is unsubscribed.
Yeah. Oh dear, oh dear.
I think that's it for missions and specials, guys. It's not as easy to get these little doodads up here anymore. You kind of got to. The only way you can do it now is your daily missions, because there are no more missions for getting, well, in a roundabout way, getting the terminal tokens. So there's no daily mission to get that. The only way to do it is build these up to 2,000. The terminal thing was kind of a non-event this year. I mean, I think everybody did it, and they got their goodies. And it was nice to get experimental stuff. Yeah, it was nice to get experimental stuff, but I didn't get much of that either.
No, I mean, I usually save them up. Well, I still am saving them what's left of them. You know, when they were kicking in, and I'd leave it till I got 8 or 10, and then click 8 or 10 times, and then I get probably, I mean, off the top of my head, once every 20, I'd get experimental kit. Once every 15. That's all right. Yeah, C players save 74 gift terminal tokens. That's a lot of clicking to do at one point.
Why'd you do that, C player? Just so you can sit there and click for 30 minutes?
Practicing his arty finger.
The only one I'm using, Kedge, that I sort of like is I'm building the turbo one.
Turbo one I use.
For turbos, if you've seen, I think Des did it or someone like that. If you've seen his video on the difference between the different turbos, there's not a whole lot. Honestly, yes, you can go a little bit faster with the improved one, but essentially if you put some kind of turbo on to include the regular equipment, then you're getting about as much bonuses as you can get. And it gives you a little extra on the shooting while moving.
Yeah, and for me, the turbo makes a difference when you climb in an incline. Sure. That's where you know, it's a power ratio thing. Really makes a big difference.
I mean, it's almost. I want to say it's as good as I think it gets as good as the bounty. Is that right?
It feels that way. Yeah, I think it is. I didn't actually look at the stats.
I think it's better than the standard, and maybe about as good as a bounty, as I recall.
Yeah.
Could be wrong though. I don't think I have anything in my depot, unfortunately, to look at. Equipment. So the regular one is. Regular one is plus 7.5 plus 4. If we go to bounty, plus 12 and plus, so that's plus 12 plus 4. So it's definitely better than that, or better than the standard. And the experimental is, you got to do this to look at it. If it's the top one,
tier 3.
It's plus 8 and plus 5. So a little bit less engine power, but that's weird how that works, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get less engine power, but you get a little bit more of the forward speed. Plus 5. Plus 5 plus 8. Standard is plus 4 plus 10. So it's different. Why are there two? Why is there a slash on that? What am I missing on that?
Oh, good one.
Those are the different class, the different kinds?
Yeah, it will be, won't it? Because you different tiers you can apply different classes to, can't you?
Yeah. But I'm in the depot. We've got 6 of these. Oh, slotted. That's right, in the bonus slot. There you go. So you can actually boost that with the bonus. So there's that piece too, right? It's the regular one can get a bonus in the slot, and then the bounty, improved, and experimental don't get a bonus for the slot. So you got to kind of bring that into it as well. Anywho, that's the only one I've been using. Jen Insanity, thank you much for the sub. Welcome. Jen Insanity, how are you? All right, what else? Where were we, Pilgrim? What are we doing? Oh, we need to take a break. We take a 5-minute break.
So we're going to take a break and come back and do subjects du jour.
Because our eyeballs are floating. We'll be back in 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes.
Guido is his name, Tankin is his game. Guido a mysterious chap who spoke in a tongue with strange dialect. He offered his help to the mighty Guido to bring some laughter to his love of speedos. To the coffee talk they both came, to bring the message of winning ways to all and sundry and the masses. Yes, that's right, lads and lasses. The damage counts and flexing back will keep you on the right track. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. So in what, if you want to progress, then seek out Guido nonetheless. With his sidekick Pilgrim, he has a message that to win you must be aggressive. The position and place that you must seek for the winners only, not the weak. The guru speaks, so listen well. His voice rings out like the Liberty Bell to bring you all to Unicom land, or to die hard trying in the sand. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. To the swamplands came the mountain man to teach his wisdom and pay his due. A man with a name only known to a few. To his followers his words are true. Guido is the man, big and gruff. He used to fly jets, but now he does the tanking stuff. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. The mountains are home where he watches the moose and hummingbirds aplenty. But he saw the need for the Watt community to have a guru and lead them gently. Down the road to Unicom land will die, trying hard in the sand. Guido.
All right, guys, we're back. So you were non-committal about your New Year's resolutions, man.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I've not even thought about them, but it would definitely be in some form of getting fit again. And I'll tell you for why. I'll tell you for why. Yeah, but we used to live in a bungalow. We've now got the house, and I'm having to climb the stairs to get upstairs. Man, oh man! The first time I did it, I was like, "What? Crikey! I've just climbed some stairs." And
You need that stair chair thing that you sit down on. It's like
the standard lift, yeah. Man. So yeah, I think I need to either get the treadmill or get a dog.
You could have your biscuit and jam and your tea and just go. Zzz.
Yeah, just with a bowl of soup. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah. So I don't know. To be honest, it'll be definitely one of them because I've. Do you know what? You go through these stages when you put a few pounds on. Of course, none of your clothes fit, but you're determined that you're going to still wear them. So like you're doing your jeans up and there's everything hanging over the top. You're thinking, this does not look good. This is not looking good. So it definitely needs. I think the trouble is with men, right? The trouble is with men is that generally when we put weight on, we put beer bellies on, so everything
Right.
just hangs over, doesn't it? Generally your arms very much stay the same, and all the
Yeah,
rest of
yeah.
your legs. It's just you get a midriff like a whale.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, this has got to sort out. It's got to be sorted out, man.
So I think I'm gonna do similar. I'm gonna stay with my 80 a day average. Do 100.
Yeah.
Make sure I have extra so I can get the month, all that stuff. I'm gonna increase. I also do just a quick calisthenic workout. And I bought some over COVID. I bought some dumbbells. They're only like 30 pounds total. I might get a little bit more, but I'm not obviously trying to build muscle because I'm not at the age. Yeah, I'm not at the age anymore where I'm going to go out and bulk up. But I'm certainly more
drinking creatine and taking protein
yeah.
and all that nonsense.
I mean, I'm certainly stronger and a little bit more defined. But then the belly thing is exactly right.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to stick with that, and I'm going to increase some of the reps and things. Not crazy, because I think the one of the main reasons I was able to do it through the whole year is it wasn't crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
I wasn't trying to do anything crazy.
I wasn't trying to bulk up or do 1,000 a day or anything goofy like that. But I think I'm gonna ramp it up a little bit. Maybe add a few more things. My problem is both my rotator cuffs are really getting bad. Yeah. And push-ups aren't fantastic for that. In fact, they're not good at all for that.
No.
So I think I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna continue that resolution. I got a good clan resolution. Let's kind of try to make a plan to do one of these events, like the Artie thing, a month.
Yes. Yeah.
Or
we've got some good ideas that have come out from everybody watching. So yeah, we've got lots of different things we could do.
Let's do it this way, so that's an achievable goal, and we'll do it the same way I'm doing with the push-up thing. The goal is one every 2 months, and we'll try to plan one a month. Does that make sense? So if we miss a month, we don't worry about it too much because
No, because we'll have summer holidays and vacations and all the rest of it. So.
And for any of the clan guys that are listening, and really anyone that's a fan of the channel, Legionnaire, whatever, if you guys have an idea for one that you want to run, I don't have to be the guy that's setting up the room. If you guys have an idea for one I want to plan it, please get with Pilgrim or
Todd
or Deadhead, who are kind of the guys leading the charge on this stuff, and let them know, and we'll go with your plan.
Yeah. Yeah, we're up for anything.
That's a good call, Kedge. I do need to put the planks back in.
Yeah, planks are good.
Which Superman are you talking about? Oh, Supermans. Which ones are those? Is that where you're like in push-up position and you put an arm and a leg up and you put it back,
one arm up, don't you?
and then you do the other way?
Yeah.
I like the push-ups, man, because it keeps the chest going, which is literally the only decent thing I have. But
you're not wearing a bra yet, then, mate.
It was close. I'm glad I started doing push-ups. The problem that's the problem with working a chest up, though.
Yeah.
Like when you're younger, if you bulk up a chest and whatever, then that adds to the man boobs thing.
Yeah, I found that out. I weight trained for a very, very long time. When I left the military in 2006, I trained, I want to say 10, 12 years. So, and I was bench pressing 200 plus pounds, etc. So I'd really formed quite a broad, V shape.
Yeah.
And then when I did this nerve that runs down here. That got damaged, so I couldn't do bench press anymore because of that.
Yep.
And I couldn't do anything that works the upper body. So over the last, when did I finish? 2016. Over that last sort of 4, 5, 6 years, everything's just gone south. And I've gone, look down like that. I've got a better cleavage.
The broad shoulders went down to the belly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, how fast I doing?
With my arms folded like that now.
How you doing, Hellfest? So yeah, kids, I know what you're saying. So the TRX is more the resistance thing.
Yeah.
So you can do chest push-ups, but it's more resistance than the whole rotation thing with the shoulders. So that's not a bad idea.
You have to find something. Yeah, you're right.
And the problem though with that, Pilgrim, is when you start talking equipment and where do I put it? Like I can go out on my porch. I have a couple dumbbells and me, so I can do all that on the porch. I got the pad right there.
Yeah.
So once you start adding a bunch of equipment, it becomes a little more complicated, and where do you put
Yeah.
it and all that kind of stuff. But not a bad idea, though. Not a bad idea.
If you've got mobile equipment, that's fine. I eventually had a shed, basically a gym in the shed, so I had everything, lap bars, the whole lot. So, but you're right, it's so restricted because with a weight bench and everything else, you have to have a room for it.
Yeah.
I mean, like I can have barbells or whatever sat here, or stretch bands or whatever. You can just do it in the spare room. That's fine. But I couldn't kit out anywhere these days.
I'll tell you though, it's definitely been a health benefit because, I take the dog for I'm gonna say WOK so she doesn't hear me, and I've been doing that all year. So in the heat of the summer, in the cold of the winter, at relative cold, I get it, guys. But if it's 30, that's really cold for us. But I'll go out, walk the dog in the cold. If you don't do stuff like that, you end up staying inside constantly.
Yes.
And it's you get surprised. I was surprised as I started doing this over the last few years that how I started to realize how much I was inside, kind of doing nothing for the most part. Now I would work out in the yard and stuff, but at least once a day I get out on the porch. And I do it outside. I don't do it inside. I go out on the porch, whether it's cold, raining. I do have a covered part, so even when it's raining or cold or whatever, I'll go out there and do the workout. And I think there's some health benefit to getting out getting in the cold and the heat, just to keep keep things going. And for my sinuses, I think it's helped a lot, the walking, because in the morning I'll get up and walk around, and I just feel like I've been you're hacking a lot. I'm like old guy, But by the time I get done with the mile and a half, cleared stuff up, and off I go on my day.
Yeah. That I mean that there's a big truism in that, and I won't go into it, but I've been through the whole PTSD nonsense and been psychiatry to death. And one of the biggest benefits was outdoor exercise or outdoor, just being outdoors does an awful lot for your mental health as well, So
get out of the house, man. Get out and
So you're not a hobbit.
And I never really had it. It wasn't a huge problem for me. It's not like I was stuck inside. It just started to realize, because I always went out. I always do my own yard, a lot of my own yard work, especially the gardening, and so I'd be out and stuff. I did get out and do things, and I like to go, to some extent, go out and do things like hiking and other stuff. But I was as I got older, I was just starting to get more and more just inside.
Yeah, you start to focus on things inside the house, don't you?
So I just open that aperture up just a little bit, and that's good. Sparky Tank Banger, thanks for the follow. Welcome.
Oh, that's a good name. I like that.
Yeah.
Bitwise, yes. The local prison used to come and use my gym.
That was when he was in prison. You've heard his stories.
Yeah.
Chinese just let him out of prison about a week ago.
The Chinese give me a gym to work at.
Let's see how big this hobbit can get.
Yeah. Experimenting on me.
All right, we're ready to go into subjects du jour, I think.
Let's do it.
After that tangent. I'm still going to come up with something else. I got to come up with a I'd have to come up with a resolution, because my mom sent me this really cool. I'm going to dig it out here because it's sitting on my desk. Journal thing.
That's a good thing.
So it's pretty big too.
Yeah.
But it's got my name on it, and it's got my call sign on it. She actually put Guido on it, which is hilarious. I don't think she's never called me that in her entire life.
Wow.
Yep. And
Isn't that good?
I mean, it's pretty sweet, man.
Yeah.
And that's this is old school. This is so old.
This is pen and paper. This is proper old school, isn't it? I've got one. Look.
Yeah, it's this. The company is Lecterm 1917.
Oh, look at
that. Which I believe that isn't that. I think that's Lecterm. I think that's is that Latin for calendar or year or something like that? Maybe?
Oh, that's a good point.
I'm not sure. But it's got this little, strappy dude that goes around. So
yeah.
Anyway, the point of all that is, I need some kind of resolution where I'll write in that each day of whatever it is I'm going to do. Like note that I did. I'm not sure what I want to do with that yet. Whether it's just maybe write down something that happened that was interesting that day. That might not be bad.
Something that is because we have days where things are extraordinary, and we just wonder where did that come from, and that might be useful to note down. Because I mean, I've got the same. I've got a Hobbit version, which is
Oh, look
smaller.
at that. Yeah.
It's a bit smaller,
Yeah.
but it's got the old elastic on it.
Now, in scale, just for you guys at home, in scale, this would be mine that I lifted up, and this one's Pilgrim's.
Yes, that's
that-
right. If I had yours, it would be like, I can't hold it. It's too big. Oh dear.
Oh man, Namara with the watch streak, right on.
Excuse me.
Oh, Major Tom, that's good. How about both? I like that, Major Tom.
That's cool. Yeah.
All right, hold on. I gotta write that down.
We should do
My-
it and then compare, shouldn't we?
That's a good idea, man. Let's do that. I need a stick. Do you have a pile of stickies on
I
your desk?
do, but not on my desk. Yes, I do. I'm old school. I used to have. You actually mentioned it on a coffee talk about 2 years ago. You just took the piss out of me because you were like, "Have you got no IT on your desk? Is it just all sticky notes everywhere?" And yeah. So I'm using a bit of paper look at the moment because I've got a complex about sticky notes.
Okay, guys, this is what we're gonna do starting tomorrow. And something interesting and a note of gratitude in my little journal book. Now, here's my stack of stickies. There's notes on all these. That's half of them.
All right.
Like, the thing about this is here they are.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's on them.
Yeah.
How many times have you guys seen me write something down on a sticky? It goes on the stack and gets forgotten.
On the back of my journal, I've got stickies all over it. Look.
Terrible. F.
Oh.
Terrible F. All right, this coffee talk has gone completely off the rails, and I like it.
Taz has gone crazy.
I like
So
it.
when you say notes of gratitude, what? I don't know what that means, to be honest. Is that an
Well,
Americanism?
no, something that you are grateful for that day.
Okay, so not something that is grateful. So not both ways. Something that you're actually grateful for.
Yeah. So I'm gonna keep track of things that are interesting. If something that's not necessarily gonna be grateful for. It might be the same thing. Could be two different.
All right.
But something I'm grateful for that happened or for that day, and then whatever the most interesting thing or noteworthy or something.
Okay.
You know, I mean, that's really
All right,
just
no,
that,
I'm up for that. Yeah,
that's
no,
a that's
absolutely.
that's a journal, right? That's a
Yeah.
whatever that's called.
Well,
But
do you know what? Do you know in like 100 years' time, these two journals might make our families lots of money. There might be, it might be one of these things like Churchill's War Diaries. It'll be Guido's and Pilgrim's musings. Are they?
you know what I did? You know what I did this summer? Well, I was
What
burning.
did you do this summer?
This summer, so I kept a journal in the invasion of Iraq. When I
Yeah.
got drugged along with the baggage in the back,
Oh, bless you.
doing nothing.
No, you were doing a good job with the Marines, weren't you?
So-
U.S. Marine Corps.
So that's been kicking around, and I burned that this summer.
Did you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Needed to.
yeah.
my friend.
I liked it. Yeah, that was good. I didn't need that. I got rid of it.
Yeah.
Put it in with the rest of it. That was
The
good.
only thing I've kept from military maneuvers, days, wars, and everything else. In fact, I'll dig it out. Hang on.
I hope it's not the scalp of somebody.
Let's go at somebody. So the only thing I've kept is my badge of rank.
All right.
Right, that's Warrant Officer Class 1. And my commissioning, my warrant picture with all the guys that were on my warrant course.
From your class. Yeah.
In my class, yeah.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
the only thing I've kept, and it's kept in a,
There you go.
nice little bag.
Yep.
And my berries. I've got 2 berries. Berets, 2 hats. It's the only thing I kept. And
Yeah.
I did the same as you, mate. I did the same as you. I kept everything for years and years and years. I had
Yeah.
a war diary from Gulf War, and It was just when we moved to this house, I just divested myself of everything. What's gone is gone. What's happened has happened in its past. I've got it all in here.
Yeah.
That's good enough.
Yeah. I found it and I was sort of reading through it and I went, no, nobody needs to read this. It was cathartic when I did it, but it was
Yes.
Anyway, so whatever. Not to.
Yeah.
It's not like I was in some hairy war situation. That's not what I'm saying in any way, shape, or form. It was just a time that was good to get rid of.
Absolutely. Move
Yeah,
on.
I have a box. I still have a box of patches. That's the thing that I've kept.
Yes.
Of all the squadron patches, because all those have memories. But it's not on the wall or anything. I have a box. It's in the closet. It's all of my patches and stuff. That's the thing. That's the one kind of keepsake. But I don't have a wall of. And it's fine.
No.
This is not an insult thing, but if you want to, I love me wall with all your rank and all.
Absolutely.
Go
No,
for
absolutely.
it. I don't. Whatever. I think that's cool too.
Yeah, yeah.
People. I know a lot of people have that. I don't. I don't have that stuff. I have my box of patches.
I
And
get you because it for me it doesn't work for me anymore. I mean, I was very much when I first left the military. I was like, I had that. I had the spare WC, the toilet, in the first house we were in when we left the military, downstairs, and it had all the regimental plaques of the different regiments I was involved in, and newsletters from all these different sort of and so on and so on. And it was like a miniature British Army world as you walked into the toilet, which was great. You know what I mean? For about 10 minutes, and then people would just get. I mean, nobody would ever use it. Nobody would ever use that toilet because they're like, "Oh, this is scary." So, and then you just get to a point where you go, "Okay, I don't need this crap.
I can't do my
You know?
business with the weight of the British Empire looking at me."
Yeah, I had a picture of myself and the Chinese border guard arm in arm like this.
Nice, nice.
Thumbs up. He never put his thumb up, but I did.
That's funny.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
All right. Subject du jour, my friend. Let's dial it back to gaming. The future. Did you guys see the future video?
yeah, very interesting.
Let us
You think?
find out what the future of World of Tanks is. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Yes. Okay. Boom. The future. All right. Let me know if you guys can hear this.
Let yourself go. Let yourself go. You always come around.
Actually, I need to change this because I can't hear it very well.
I'm hearing it through.
Yeah, I'm gonna
These
switch
three
it into my earphones here. Headphones. Here we go. Boom.
Wait, the future is also loading wheeled arty. Yes, it will be.
There we
I've
go.
almost got that with the BCs.
All right, we gotta go back because this is just putting up text. All right, first thing.
Yeah, you should run it. You should run it with text only.
Snowballs.
Yeah.
How's the sound now? Sixpack, is it better? Recon what? What? Can I get rid of this? Oh, I moved it. Okay. Wait, what? Explodey stuff?
No. Dynamic play.
Thank you. Turn C. That's what that button does. Old people don't know that. Like Pilgrim.
Yeah, I knew that. I just didn't want to tell you because it's a
You didn't know
old person's
that.
secret. I knew that. It's old person's secret. You're not allowed to know.
Oh. So tanker trucks and stuff will explode. Look at the little red thing showing where the explodey bits are.
Yeah. Well, that then gives access down that hill from that point.
Well, it only explodes this very weak wall. It doesn't do anything to anything else.
But there is access down that hill between the two buildings to the left anyway.
Yeah,
isn't
but
it?
these
So-
stairs are invulnerable, as are the buildings. But that wall
Yeah.
is right out.
Yeah. Because otherwise you could hull down there and pop across to the lake road.
So explodey stuff. Oh, look at that.
Wow.
What did he go through? What happened there?
I don't know why he went through those oiled ones, gasoline ones, whatever.
What's happening there? Do I
Yeah,
need the
you went
CC
through
on?
the-
I need the CC on to know what it is.
Yeah. Click the button, it tells you.
Oh no, I don't. I don't need it. It says right here. Test the limits with experimental mechanics. Okay. So this is recon mission stuff.
Okay.
Frontline. Frontline's coming
Do you
back.
need smoke screens? Do you need smoke?
Oh,
Well, Frontline, why are they dicking around with it, to be honest? Why? Just leave it be.
That was a Waffentrager. What happened? How did it come?
Yeah, it went straight to Onslaught.
Frontline. Okay, got it. Oh, Von Krieger. Okay, so Von Krieger will return. Okay, good, good. So I'm slowly catching on what's going on here, guys. We're figuring it out.
This is the first time you've watched this, isn't
Well,
it?
it's so fast. I'm slow. It's fast. Come on, can we just
Yeah.
dial it back a little bit? Onslaught.
Yeah, can we make it slow for the old people?
Onslaught's coming back. Oh, one thing about this Onslaught is, my understanding is they're going to put the old ranked reward shop is going to be attached to Onslaught, so you're going to be able to get back in
Okay.
there, I think, and get
Yeah.
with the coins or whatever you get from Onslaught to get some of those tanks that you used to be able to get in.
That's cool. That's all right for those who do
Ranked.
it.
New season, all right. Crew upgraded, streamlined, unmatched. What does that mean? Unmatched.
I don't know. I watched it twice and I still don't get
Does
it.
that have something to do with which tanks they could be in, or I don't know. New achievements.
Wow. Look at that. Because there isn't enough in the game.
New achievements.
Wow, I can't wait.
I need another decal. Another
Yeah.
decal.
Another woof woof.
Ooh, what's this? Oh, okay. All right. Clan challenges. All right. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like the clan stuff that you can do that isn't necessarily connected to like clan wars fighting each other, but you can do stuff as a clan. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right. New prizes. Okay. Ooh, look at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah. There was a lot of talk about that actually. I can't remember. Yeah.
Fun modes.
It was
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it was a Soviet heavy. I think
Ah.
it was talked about.
Look at this space age tank race thing.
Yeah, they've taken that's a little bit like Tron, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the way they call it testing. Oh, do you see that? Oh, wait for it.
Cliffy says
Wait for
space
the
race
Easter-
looks
wait for the-
interesting.
Wait for the Easter egg.
Where? Oh,
Go back
turn
a
up.
slight bit. There we go.
There was an Easter egg in there?
Go. There. There, you've gone past it.
Oh.
Go back a little bit.
Hold on.
Oh, I'll
Here.
tell you. Now. No. Just now. Another second.
What's
There's a
going?
little. There. No. There. No. There. There. Did you
What
miss
is?
it?
No, I didn't. What is
After
it?
the two tanks.
Uh-huh.
After the two tanks, there was a little. What was it?
I don't know.
What's the premium account you can get?
Oh, Watt Plus.
Oh, there you go. Little Easter egg came out there. What plus? It's subliminal.
Oh.
Makes you want to buy What plus.
Oh,
There, you see, look. There.
that's what you're saying. That guy right there. Little Watt.
That's the one. There you are.
Yeah.
Buy now.
How did you see that? That's pretty good.
I didn't. I went on the forums and somebody wrote about it.
Oh. It's got you covered.
Yeah, it's got you covered.
Three.
There's one guy on the forum, and I won't name him. Bless him. He is a What Plus fanboy, and he's detailed and described the things he would like to see applied to What Plus to make people buy it, and it's a whole host of stuff like, I don't know, preferential treatment in games to having super tanks that don't die and all
Better
sorts of
RNG.
nonsense. Yeah, he didn't really get his arse ripped by everybody on the forums, but you know, if you want to laugh, go and see that.
Makes terrible pulls. 3 new branches.
Yeah,
So we know about the Japanese heavy.
we do.
There's a Czech branch of some kind and a Polish branch of some kind.
Sorry, Todd has been banned from the forums. Bless him.
So 2 branches other than the Japanese. Oh, great.
More TDs? Oh, more double barrels.
Yeah.
Really? Oh no, man. Rapid.
Oh, wait,
fire,
wait,
that
wait,
can't
wait.
be real.
Wait, was that one of the lines?
I'm hoping it's
Japanese? Are these Czech? Or Polish?
Are they Czech or Polish TDs?
Anybody know?
Are they TDs?
So that must
Czech,
be
Czech lights?
that must be one of the Polish TDs. Thank you, Skunk.
Polish TDs.
And Czech lights. Oh wow. Do they show up?
All right.
Oh. I think don't these have a mechanic where they do more damage closer?
That's the one. That's the one. It's the further away, the less damage they do. That's the one, isn't it? Remember that. Which, well, what would that actually give to the game? Let me just think about this. So, it stops long-range snipers because people want to do more damage.
I know, but it's one line, dude. It's not a change of the whole game mechanic.
No, it's
So
no,
maybe it's a good mechanic for the whole game. I don't know, but for one line, it's what? I don't know.
You're going to get an awful lot of Czech TDs up front with the heavies, aren't you?
Yeah.
Just to get
As
them.
always, we'll have to see how it develops. I don't. It's just wargaming constantly trying to do. Someone said gimmicks. That's a good enough word, I suppose.
It's a good enough word, yeah.
Like, let's fix the maps. Let's take care of Mountain Pass, which has almost a 10% difference based on where you spawn.
Yeah.
Can we do that first?
Yeah, let's
we sort
focus
that
on
out
the
first?
big things.
Anyway, there you go. What? Like, what is the logical explanation of doing less at range? Now, within the game mechanics, to be, you know what I'm saying? Because yes,
All right, shell velocities. I guess.
well, yeah, absolutely, but that should
Come
apply
into-
across the board. Then, if
Absolutely.
if it's a physics-based kind of idea of
Yeah.
realistic
Yeah.
sort of shell velocities and damage and all that, which is kind of exists.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think there should always be an optimum damage point given the shell velocity. So across the game, your maximum damage not necessarily be as the closest, but that mid range where the shell reaches its highest velocity, therefore has the greatest kinetic energy impact as well as the explosive impact. So if you're talking about, of course, you've got to then talk about the different types of rounds. So if you've got APCR,
They sort of
which is a
have that.
penetrator,
Yeah, they sort of have that, right? Is it the APCR loses pen over distance, I believe.
over distance.
The
Yeah,
heat doesn't, based on the way it works. So some of that stuff is sort of modeled within reality-ish, taking into
Yeah.
account game mechanics and playability and all the things you have to bring into it. But
Yeah.
but now you're just overlaying this one on top of the rest of it.
on top of what's already there. Yeah,
This
yeah,
one is
yeah.
just different to be different, not because you're trying to bring in a more realistic or a new game mechanic of how all the shells work. For some reason, these shells in this one type of vehicle do it this way, right? That's
I wonder.
weird.
I wonder the reasoning behind it is because they've introduced a new line. They want people to do the grind, but they've had to make it something different to the rest of the lines for people to want to get into it and grind it.
Well, that's always
Because
why.
maybe.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but the uniqueness of this particular thing. Remember when the double barrels came out? Everybody wanted to grind that because it was unique.
yeah.
When the wheeled tanks came out, because it was a unique thing, everybody wanted. Maybe they've attempted to make these TDs unique, and I think all they've done is made these TDs.
Well, that is always why they do it, right? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They try to keep it fresh and something new, and that's the baseline for why the new mechanic is that it's something fresh, something new, make people want to.
Yeah, well, there you go.
play
Gimmick
it.
for gimmick's sake, isn't it?
Right. So, but that's where I lean on Gator's side. I'm like, all right, we're kind of in this place now with the game where they're just doing gimmicks for the sake of doing them.
Yeah.
The question is always, what exactly is the value added to the game for the game player experience, not for them to bring more players in and make people want to go down the line. What does this bring to the game?
Yeah. It doesn't bring any level of realism because we've already got that in. As you said, APCR has less pennant range, more likely to ricochet. All right,
Well, it may be more realistic than the rest of them, but then it begs the question: how come all the mechanics don't work that way?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what's the explanation here other than a gimmick? Why is that shell particularly different? What kind of shell is it that's doing that? You know?
Yeah, exactly. So what's it going to be called? Is it still going to be an APCR or a HESH or a HEAT or an AP or whatever, high explosive? So, and if that's the case, why is that mechanic different?
Yeah.
I mean, if we wanted to go down, if Wargaming wanted to go down about having realistic ammunition, which they probably don't, but they do. If you had a HESH round, high explosive squash head, all that does is scab the inside of the turret. It doesn't penetrate.
Yeah.
So it makes scabs fly off the inside of the turret and destroys the crew.
Spalls, yeah.
So, spalls. So your crew would all die. Your tank would be fine, but your crew would die in-game. So, you'd have to, you'd have no crew.
Well, your tank's not necessarily fine because any of the lighter equipment in there would all be jacked.
Oh, yeah.
Radios and controls and all that would take damage.
Yeah,
but
so you'd have lots of module damage as well, wouldn't it? Anyway.
Yeah, so there you go. This is coming. Oh, good.
Random events.
Airplanes crashing everywhere.
Yeah. At the moment, Himmelsdorf, the ones I've seen haven't really impacted my play at the time because they signpost it so well it's going to happen, you can avoid it. But hey.
I mean, I guess it on the positive side, it is a way to change up the maps.
Yeah.
So sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we've talked about dynamic maps. I mean, essentially, it's not the way I thought that you might do it, but that is a way to do it.
I think it gives it gives a different perspective on the battle because. It will, for example, Himmelsdorf, it does slightly change the Banana Road sort of action. It doesn't really change what goes on the hill or down the 1-2 line.
So it's variety.
So a bit of variety. So you would have to negotiate that. So you can do your standard Banana Road battle until that lands, and then you've got to play differently. I guess. So I do like that. Yeah, I do like it, and I like the visual effect to it as well. It's quite cool.
Yeah. That's it, fellas. That's what's coming. So we're going to get more. We're going to get Onslaught. I think they're going to add the ranked thing to it. We're going to get some of the standard events that we know about. We're going to get apparently more of the random events on maps. Those are going to be brought out. 3 new lines. Czech light tank, I believe. Polish TD with interesting damage mechanics.
Mechanics.
The Japanese heavy tank line, which is coming out. So there you go.
I think, right. Out of all that, the 2 things that I would be most interested in, I think, is these changes to Frontline because I'm a great EU account Frontline player. So I'm not really over enamored about the changes they're bringing into that. I'd rather that they just leave it alone. It's quite good. In fact, it's great in my opinion for that. And the Japanese heavy line because I've stopped at the tier 9 heavy with the the Type 5s and all that. I didn't bother getting the Type 5s once they nerfed the naval gun.
Yeah.
Because the reason why I grinded it because I wanted the big boomstick at the end, which they then nerfed, so I stopped grinding that. So it'd be interesting to see what the new Japanese heavy line is going to be all about.
Well, it's more, as they say, it's more modern. It's hold down. They built a new line for the meta. So and with the accuracy mechanic, basically is the bottom line. The big boxy Japanese heavies, now Japanese heavies, there'll be a line of Japanese heavies that are built for the hold down meta. That's
Yeah.
period, dot, end of story. They built a line so that Japanese heavies will have a hold down meta capability.
So just like every other tank, heavy
Yeah.
tank in
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, there's no triggers there. I think there's a slightly random timing thing for the random events. Good question though by Major Tom. Is it random if it happens in the same place every time? It's a good point.
Sometimes it doesn't happen though, isn't it?
Sometimes it doesn't happen. So you don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen every time. So there's that roll whether it happens, and
Yeah.
then there's I think a slightly different time during the match that it will happen if it's going to happen. That's my understanding from Wargaming.
Yeah.
Because that question's been asked by the CC several times.
All right.
And double aiming mechanics. This is showing you. This article will show you how this works, but this is pretty good. It zooms in, and look, it does bold. What? It did.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
So watch.
Oh, yeah.
Boom. And then it goes. Okay, stop. There we go. That's. Wait a minute. What on earth?
So you'd have to have solid lines to be able to see it, because I've got hatched at the moment.
That's kind of weird. I don't know why it does it twice like that. It doesn't really show it stopping, so that's strange.
No.
But anyway, apparently it flashes a little bit. It's on this
Will
one
it
right
make
here,
any difference?
Bitwise. Look, see how it just gets slightly, it kind of glows a little bit as it goes in? I think that's it. It glows a bit.
So, well, if you've got people who can snapshot you with a Conqueror CG, it won't make any bloody difference, will it? You won't even
Well, this
be
is going to
looking at
be,
it.
this is what I'm thinking on these. This can be really interesting for the hold down stuff, especially for like the 9 and the 10, which have really good turrets. Then you're going to get that accuracy thing going on.
Yeah.
He's got a pretty big hatch, though, as you can see. I think both of them do. Or this is going to be because if you're a younger, hand-eye coordination, good with all that, you get a more accurate gun like you're going to see some really amazing snaps on some of these things because the accuracy gets kind of crazy.
Yeah. You start loading your crew up with snapshot and all the other sort of directives you can put on it to improve that.
Yeah. So Frontline's going
Yeah.
to come out. There's going to be some new powers, magic powers for your Frontline fans. There's the Season of Crimson Pegasus, whatever. Dispersion time. Let's see. Store with exclusive items for bonds is back. So there you go. The in-game store with exclusive items for bonds reopens its doors. Here you can spend bonds to get. So someone asked the other day, what do I do with these 40,000 bonds? Well, maybe if you're able to open up the store on Onslaught, you might be able to get some of those cool bond tanks that have been there. I don't remember. I'm not sure. Like, I think the one I want is not the A Phase 1, but the Concept 1B.
Concept 1B, yeah, definitely.
I believe that was in there. So the KP, Concept 1B Kedge has that, and the KPZ, which I did get. So that's cool, and maybe there'll be a new one or two in there because there's several in the files that could be in there. Some new tier 9 ones.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some rebalance of low tier 2, 3, and 4, which is let's see if any of the usual suspects are here. M2 Light, Vickers, Valentine, BT, no. Stuart, Matilda. Nope, doesn't look like they're touching any of the premiums.
Okay.
Streamlining communication. What's going on here? Retire. Oh, check this out. They're retiring the in-game general chat. They're getting rid of general chat.
Really? Wonder why.
There's no greater den of scum and villainy in the universe than Watt general chat. I never look at it. It's always something stupid.
No, I think when I first started playing, it was something. But then after a year or so, it was like, nah, I can't be doing with that. It got very toxic at one point. Everybody was like crucifying everybody else.
That's true, Bitwise. I especially at tier 5, I wish you could get battle pass points.
Yeah.
I understand why they do it, but I'm with you. That is irritating.
Todd's off on his way. See you later, Todd. Thank
See you,
for coming
Todd.
in.
Thanks for coming, man. Take care. So that's what we've got for next year's. What else we got going on?
Diablo wants all chat so he can slag off the enemy team.
That train left the station, but it was a good train. So here's the tier 10. Here's the tier 9. We talked about that. That's the monthly stuff. Talked about that. Changing. They've got a new tier 3, whatever. Here's a tier 9 promotional. So this could be possibly one of the Bond shop tanks for Onslaught or some other event. But a TS60, which is a tier 9 USTD. Looks like a rear mounted kind of thing.
Yeah. Looks like a GF with a TD barrel on, doesn't it?
These are just changes, so this doesn't really have details on it. I thought this was interesting. There's a Charioteer Nomad, which is a premium tier 8 Charioteer.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to show up at some point. We talked about that. That's the chest notes. Here are all the released tanks from last year. Look at all of them.
That'd be interesting to scroll through, yeah.
Yeah, look, it's crazy. 832,
Yeah.
the Lion, the Monkey King, the K2, the Mars, T-54 Heavy, the 116 F3, Forest Spirit. I didn't realize that was released this year. I thought that had been around a lot longer than that. The Kari, the TS-54, the TLC. Look at all of them. Jeez.
Yeah. You wouldn't have thought, if you sat there and tried to work it out, you wouldn't have thought that many had been released.
Like, if you asked me, you said, hey, how many Tier 8s were released, or how many tanks were released last year, I'd say, I don't know, a dozen.
Yeah.
There's 3 dozen, easily. Then there's the tech tree things. The BZ. We got 3 lines of tech trees this year, which surprised me also. I'd have said 1 or 2, I don't know. So, this is a good stat. So in 2020, 31, 2021, 35, 2022, 37. Although 2019, there was 47.
Right.
So that's fairly consistent. It dropped by quite a bit after 2019, but 37 in a year. Wow.
You wouldn't have thought so. You wouldn't sit back and gone, yeah, that was how many we had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a ton. A ton. What else we got here? Here's a tier 10 that's out for super testers, which is the Eric Concept 1, a tier 10 medium German tank. So that's floating around in common test. This is Charioteer Nomad thing. Here's the stats on this. Let's take a look at this, at least early stats. What do we got? We got a 390 gun, 260 pen. It's Hesh, so lower, 210 for the Hesh round.
Yeah.
About 9.5 seconds loading. Minus 10 gun depression. 0.34 accuracy, which is pretty good. Nice DPM at 2,400. No armor, like most of the Charioteers. And it does 52 kilometers an hour.
Skunk is saying, are they RU super test?
Are you sure? Because it doesn't say that. Often, most of the time it says, what are you, when that's true. I didn't see that in here. It's hard to know, too. I mean, if you've got inside info I don't have, I'll believe you. I mean, I don't know. The German thing. Okay. Really? Is that what it said? Well, there you go. Correct. Sorry, guys. Not for you. No fun for you. Does that mean it won't come to what? I don't know, man. That we've had that discussion many times.
We've had that discussion many times. I don't think that is such a big divorce as they make out.
But could be. Could be. That might not be coming to us.
Danham's in the house. You've managed to catch us this day.
Oh, nice. Danham, how you doing?
In.
Here's that double barrel thing we thought might show up for Christmas, so it's still floating around out there.
So glad he didn't.
And then the T-54D. And that's pretty much that for the troll through the news stuff. Upcoming events.
See, Diablo's saying there are no more 279 early and chieftain metas in CW, but will there be another tank that will be so OP?
Diablo has all the inside info on that.
Yeah.
He said we were talking about the other day, he said some of the tanks that it was. Kind of surprised me. I don't remember what were they, Diablo? Was it 60 TP? Is that right, or am I completely off base? On
Yeah,
that? I don't remember
I was
which one.
thinking that like I was thinking 60 TP is a bit of a beast, isn't it? Because it's quite well armored. And it's a big puncher.
It's interesting how at that level, because really they got nerfed, but it wasn't that hard of a nerf. I mean, it was.
No.
I mean, it was good, but it wasn't. They weren't nerfed into the ground. They were, but it was enough for the competitive side. Something else, something just got a little better.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
I mean, I still think the Chieftain is a beast hull down. I mean, yeah, from my own limited experience of it, but I still think you can hull down that, and its turret is still well solid.
Yeah, Bitwise says
Oh,
it
yeah,
was the speed mostly. So a mouse,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Super Conk, 907, BZ 17260.
Yeah.
So that's kind of opened it up, right? That seems like more than usual. I know that some of
Yeah,
those were
definitely.
still used on occasion anyway, based on the map and the strat. But that seems like more than it was. I find it fascinating that the Hori. What is it about the Hori 3 that puts it in there?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Is it relatively fast for a tier 10?
But then saying that, you could say that about the IS-10, isn't it?
Just its
That
monster
could be.
pen. Okay, so it's just its
Okay.
pen. What
Yeah,
is
yeah.
it? 360. Oh yeah. So it's got pin approaching the JPZ, but it doesn't have the as long as a reload kind of idea. Is that right? 14 seconds. Oops. Cancel. Just pins anything. Nice. Because the JPZ sort of does that, but it's just it's relatively slow. Oh, it's got 420. It's like miles ahead of that thing.
Mm.
Also, just don't get spotted. Yeah, that's right. Oh, right. Yeah. So it's slightly smaller than maybe the this big ungainly thing. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Well, all right, guys. We are coming up on 2 hours. I'm about done talking,
Yeah.
I think. Appreciate everybody coming by. How did we do here? We did well. We Todd followed. Namara reached a 5-game streak. Sparky Tank Banger followed. Jensani with a sub, thank you. Poise99 with the resub, thank you very much. We found out what the best seal clubbing tank was. By the way, it was the Panzer IV.
Oh, really? How was
Yeah.
it?
Yep.
Got the bowl done. I didn't see
Yeah.
the bowl finish.
Pilgrim reached a 3-stream streak. Fantastic, man. All right, so we will we'll be planning. We'll try to get one every 2 months. We'll shoot for every month, but we'll definitely get one every 2 months for the clan events. If you're interested in running one or have an idea, please, either way, even if you don't want to run it but you have an idea, let us know, and we'll figure that out. Next stream, I think maybe Tuesday, potentially, not tomorrow, because planning on turtling up tomorrow, but I do have Tuesday off, so I should theoretically be streaming on Tuesday. It'll be all arty.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
He's Mr. Arty now, isn't he?
Hold on. I think we will exclusively play this bad boy right here. All right, working on the 3 mark.
Of course you will.
Stream Tuesday. You'll see us next Sunday for Coffee Talk. You guys, I think that's everything. You got anything else, Pilgrim?
I've got just quickly three very quick things.
Okay.
One is Kedjo's as a picture of him wearing the cap that I sent him. All right, so he has to do that into Discord. Either if you don't want to show your face, mate, just send it to Guido, because Guido doesn't believe it's gone to you. So you need to prove the point, Kedge. Right? So that's Kedge. The other one was, how's your drains? Because we
Done.
never really discussed your drains. Good.
Done.
Okay.
Yep.
That's sorted. And then the final one is, why do I ever bother to help the House General with housework? Because every time I do it, I get told it's not been done right. So do I continue? There's a poll for you. Do I continue to assist in the housework department, or do I desist and take the hit? But I'm getting.
I find it funny that you believe you have free will in this situation.
I
Told off already.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I can't. You're right. There is no free will. I can't win.
Look, you stepped on it there. Yeah, that is on you. That was you were feeling your oats right there.
I was. I've misread the situation quite dramatically, haven't I?
I believe you will do as you're told, sir.
Yeah, I think that I just had to improve my performance, won't I?
Just before we go, here's the piece that was bent.
Oh man, that is, isn't it?
I don't know. Someone was getting into some serious simulation by when that happened. That is a thick piece of metal. It is no kidding bent. Anywho's, we're gonna go raid somebody. You guys have a great one. Much appreciated coming by. All the follows and subs and everything. You guys, yeah, Pilgrim's last coffee talk. It's been nice knowing you, my friend.
Just bye.
All right, who we got to raid?
Happy New Year, everybody. Anyway, have a good evening this evening.
All right, who should we raid, guys? Anyone got any?
I haven't got anybody up.
Got any suggestions? It took a dark turn right there at the end.
It did.
It did. I don't know if this is the last we're gonna see of our friend Pilgrim. Or...
Yeah. It'll be.
It would. They are slow. They are slow AF, and they have no armor.
What is going on here? Oh, I clicked on Walston. I'm getting his comm. All right. Goodness gracious, world tank. Here we go. All right. Trying to find someone to raid. Just go find someone who doesn't have anyone watching them, man. Who we got?
Yeah.
We got. Yep. Nope. Not you. Oh, Joe 150's back. Isn't he the guy that freaked out?
I think he is.
And, like, like injured himself on stream or something. I don't want to cast aspersions if it wasn't him.
No.
But... The Napalmer.
That's a good name, isn't it?
All right, we're gonna go raid the Napalmer.
All right.
The Napalmer. All right, guys. Napalmer. All right, we're gonna start a raid. Pilgrim, thanks for coming. Thanks everybody else. Much appreciated. We'll see you Tuesday, I hope. Have a great rest of your weekend and get ready for the big games on Monday. That's all I've got. We will see ya.